Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Yeah, we'll be starting off with a custom zombies map. Again, this is a fresh stream, so eventually when I get someone in here that'll have to tell me about music levels. I'm not too sure about the levels of music. Oh. No evil mine around your blind. But again, we stand on memories on. Just the fields of yesterday. Barriers I trust obey. I'm stood in the dark and waiting all this time. Knowing after dead I'm trying to survive. I'm ready to die. The master is gone. Burn it down. Make me fall. That is little beauty. The writings on the wall. Trust the day. Trust will break. I'm stood in the dark, been waiting all this time. Knowing down the dead, I'm trying to survive. Zombie show. Actually, you can block with it. I realise you can block with it. Needs to be one here. Okay, cool. No match for power, save your body alive. But tonight in your darkest hour, as one help you now. As long as you're mine. Does it one hit still? Yes, it does. Good, good, good. Axe. Oh, that's annoying. Take me, Russell Brand. Stood in the dark, been waiting all this time. Long after dead, I'm trying to survive. Oh, control the world, one person at a time. In the dead, I'm trying to survive. I'm ready to die. Are we still a one hit? Let's see. Are we still a one hit? Are we still a one hit? And sweet. Yeah, lovely. Sweet. 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 Come here. Chop. 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 Chop down some trees. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, I'm a bit snotty today, forgive me. Unfortunate. L day. Woke up and was very snotty. Hoping it goes away, we'll see. Where is my music? Why is my music stopped?
A man once
Then I was a glass break. There were no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Lemon pound cake. Any Afro Man fans? Max ammo. I might turn the music down a tiny bit, it's probably a bit deafening for you guys. Seems like oh, goodness sake. Everyone knows they're waiting for the sun becoming of love. Okay, I'm still missing a part, so I should have the part for the zombie shield. Yeah, no. Where is it? Yeah, lovely. Let's try and keep one alive at the end of this round so I can have a little look around. Yeah, that was the issue I was having last time. I just couldn't actually hit the axe hits. Oh, hello. So you two left. I'll bring you to maturity and just see you live. To the stars when no one's alive. Not to the sky. That's what I'm missing. Hello. Why is my map glitched out? Come on map, stop being glitched out. So I get no shield this match. That's not happening. Oh, there we go, Jesus Christ, I don't know what went wrong there. Let's get a gun, shall we? As much as I love my M1911. Oh, the dog ram. I forgot. There was dog rams. Don't burn to ashes. Warning. Fuck off, this has to be rewound. Anyone in chat, let me know. I'm just rewinding the song quickly. And if we got anybody in chat, make yourself known. Yeah, I'm so glad they brought back Alina. Like, she is the voice of the Avenged Sevenfold are good, but Alina is the voice of zombies. Did we still one hit? Let's see. Yes, we do. Mad. That was not the person I was aiming for, but we'll take it. Yeah, that's the issue that you get sometimes. If you're running while you melee, sometimes it just turns to ashes. You're only down below. God, Alina Sigmund is such a good singer. This is a warning. Hello. Still one hit, cool. It actually might get one more rewind, you know. I mean, I'm the only one in here, so who cares, right? If I'm the only one in here, rewind it as much as I bloody want. God, sneaky dinky, mate. Russians. Falling down we go. Can I make the same mistake again? I think I made the same mistake again. You buy it like. I think you're meant to buy this after you've gone down. Some people live in selfish desire. Caught in the flame with no sleeping fire. One for the forest. Search endlessly until we're free. Love must be the sea. No, when did we? Somehow we still. One, two, three, four. My grenade skills on PC need some work. Oh, well, I did what I was aiming to do. What does this say? Drink for faster. No, I've got it already, so it won't let me see it. That's annoying. Love as the angel, the seed. Love the grey. Oh shit, so one hit, we rocking. Yeah, they're the only issue now. Stupid. Somehow we still. Oh, hee, hoo, ha. No, not that way. Not going that way. Sweet. Yeah, alright. Keep on rolling, baby. Keep on swinging, baby. Oh, dog round. Doggies. Doggy doos. That was naughty, wasn't it? Really? Sure. Quick scope mobile. Should have just kept my bloody axe. No, don't want that. That's one shot to the body as well. Cool. It is about action, lol. Ammo to the max, yeah. Did I not hit anyone? There we go. This got like no pen, like what's happening here? This has like no pen. Going from here, where do we go? Where are we going? From here, where do we go? You're blinded by fear. How do we know? Where do we go? Where do we? I got the ray gun. It's pretty good to be fair. I got the ray gun. Oh, let me get my third gun actually. Look like mule kick. How is everyone doing today? Are we vibing? Are we chilling? Vibing and chilling, vibing and chilling. Where do we go? Are we all blinded? Yeah, this is pretty much the whole map. It has a Bible ending that I can do, which I might do. I might also try out Rampage mode. Don't want that insta-kill, I want more points. Where are we going? From here, where will it go? We are blinded by fear. From here. How do we know? You got some bandits out there, you need us I know. KIA maggot sacks. Hello, doggies. Ammo to the max, yeah. It's crazy. Why would this be in a jumpable window? You'd never think that that was a jumpable window. Wonder if it's still one hit. It's probably not, right? Guess we're finding out. Oh shit, it's still one hit. Fuck. That's the problem on the higher rounds though, isn't it? Especially when it doesn't attach very well. No, not worth it. Oh, no. JK. Hello? Hello, I tried to slide and nearly died for it. What the hell? Tried to slide, nearly fucking died. That's what I was trying to do. Sure, I'll take think this is a shotgun. Yeah, has it turned them all into sprinters? Yeah. Yeah, it turns them all into Omega sprinters. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I've seen what Rampage mode entails. Oh my god, come on, come on. It really wants me to have this axe, doesn't it? Is it a doggy round? Yes it is. My god, can I have like an actual gun, please? Oh my god, come on. There we go. Oh no, I had this already. Wanted a different gun. Hey, anyone in chat? Got anybody in chat currently, or is it Ghost? Is it Ghost? You last one, matey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Explode. Yep, bingo. Dun, 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 la, la, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this is going back on. This song slaps hardcore. Oh, there you are. Yeah, we all find to worship and falling down slow. Thank you. Yeah, over here, crawler, over here. To ashes, yeah, we're falling down like snow. Why do I keep getting these ass weapons, bro? What is this? Brother, please, brother. Oh shit, you could, I didn't know you could jump it. That's good to know. Brother, give me something different, please. Brother. Just the Bible ending. Yeah, I was playing this map the other day and it would only give me the RPG. It was so odd, it was so peculiar. Really? Fire axe again. Fire axe again, come on, box. I'll take the bullfrog, screw it. Turn to ashes, down like snow. Hello, anybody in chat, make yourself known. Any lurkers in chat? If not, I'm streaming to myself, which is fine. Don't like this song. One of them. Sure. Until I shoot, down with you. Is it a warning? To our shoes, and we fall into snow. I'm falling. Yeah, this song is just going to be on repeat for a little while. If there's anybody in chat, I am sorry. This song has become my new fixation. Oh, okay. Is it a warning? 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck's sake. 1, oh. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that's better actually. Just shoot him in the head, KW. One sec, guys. Oh, burn to ashes, and falling down like snow. Really? Oh, I have the bike landing, by the way. I'm at 50k to escape. Alina, swing sweet nothings to me, Alina. Here we all turn to ashes, and falling down we go. Go, go. Shoot them in the head, KW. My zombie shield. Oh shit, it's still spawning. Thought the fucking round was over. Thought the fucking round was over. These motherfuckers are still spawning. I have the BPSH. That's why we got the BPSH, boys. Oh shit, they're still spawning. Okay. Still spawning? Or have we done spawning now? I think we're done spawning now. again? Is it a warning? No. We all burn to ashes, we're falling down, oh no. Falling. No. I need a zombie show, forgot about that. They like delayed explosions or what? Yeah, they just didn't go off. Into ashes, to ashes, we burn. Doodoo bug, right? Burn to ashes, you're falling down, we're falling down. We got any people in chat? Make yourself known if you're chilling in chat. So confused why some of these don't go up. So confused. Burn to ashes. In the morning, awake again, is it a warning? What's well? Till ashes we burn, burn into ashes. We'll turn to ashes, and we're falling down we go. In the morning, I'm awake again in the morning. Trying to like his doo-doo buttons, bro. And it's doo-doo buttons. To ashes and like snow. Into ashes, we burn. Back at it again with the China Lake. China Lake. China Lake. China Lake. China Lake. Yeah, no, piss off. Piss off. Things I wanna do. Piss off, right. Still loading in, Jesus. My judgment this game has not been amazing. Still up there, still up there. Okay. Shoot, there's only 3 box locations, so it has to be here or there. Come on. Come on. There it was, I saw it, yeah. Just out there, you need us in the house. That's really annoying. Your happy life, it makes me sick. Oh, the streaming sounds like music. Dream someone firmly what I mean with an iron smell of blood in the air. You'll find it anywhere. Oh, my zombie shield's gone. Whoops. Makes me go fanatic. I see there's an iron smell of blood in the air, but now I see it. Someone me come upon me. Waiting for you to come here, kill me and set me free. I've been waiting for the one. Come here, kill me and set me free. Should be a dog around now. Johnny boy.
You wired me awake and hit me with a hand of propane. You tied my lead to hold my chain to watch my blood begin to boil. But
I'm gonna break. I'm gonna break my. Ooh, he did a juke real quick. He said, "Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run." Burning dinosaur bones.
I'll take the river down to Stillwater and ride a pack of dogs. I'm gonna break.
I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run.
I'm
Gonna break my rusty cage and run.
When the forest burns along the road, like God's eyes in my headlights. When the dogs are looking for their bones, and it's raining ice picks on your steel shore. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. I'm gonna break my rusty cage.
once again in mystery, and I always end up there, always unsuspecting, so easy to lure them away from all the angels within. I am running from some
time, take your time. We'll make you fall. I your hand at just the right angle. Crawling down, giving in. When lions that begin again. What fills your mind will make you fall. I am the end, a fucking archangel. That's annoying. I think I've been streaming with the wrong tags this whole time, so I've been showing up in the Mankind Divided section. We all fall down, we fall down, we all fall down, we fall down. And we're burned in ashes, we'll go gone ashes, and we're lost. We all fall down, we fall down, we all fall down, we fall down, and we'll end in ashes, and we'll go ashes, we'll love. We will be starting shortly. None of these are one of them. We all turn to ashes, we're falling down, we'll go. Morning, break again, is it a warning? You hear what I said? And we all turn to ashes. Click right, guys. Quick break, guys. Quick break. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But we'll switch scenes so you're not just getting my pause gameplay. Let's. Yeah, go on then. Let's watch a Pyro slop video. Let's watch a Pyro live video. Let's watch a Pyro live video while we get lit.
How many frigates do we have in the fleet?
We have 17 frigates and destroyers. It's down from 23 at the end of the last Labour government. And as I say, the number of mine hunters have been cut by more than a half. And so that we can meet not just the threats we face now, but the threats in the future.
Mr. Healy, if we've got a fleet of 17 in total, where are they all?
Well, every nation, with every piece of its military kit, has some in operation, some on deployment, some in states of readiness, some being repaired and maintained.
We only have
it's
one
a
in operation.
regular rhythm that is common to military planning. But
we only have HMS Dragon in operation down there now. Where are all the others? Are all the others being repaired in some way, shape, or form?
I'm proud of what we're able to do. I'm proud of the fact that the forces that we've got have risen to the challenges in the Middle East.
I know, sir, but are the others? Are they all being repaired, or is there some? Are they not functioning correctly? 17 vessels. We would have known for months that we were heading this operation in April. Why did it not occur to someone? Well, we're going to need one of our warships because we're commanding the operation in April. Let's make sure it's available. Why did that not occur to anyone?
We were preparing Dragon for that flagship role.
So we have one warship available because Dragon had to go obviously down to Cyprus.
I have to make decisions based on what we've got.
Trevor, it's a question if this is inheritance or incompetence. Inheritance of 14 years of bad decisions in the Ministry of Defence, or incompetence by the current incumbent. Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Well, I think it's a combination of both. Obviously, underspending, underinvesting over many years, cost-cutting, which is the result of the brought-in peace dividend, which has since been squandered by every government since. And we are literally, I feel sorry for John Healey, who's one of the decent, sane members of this mad government. But you left him, the Defence Secretary, completely defenceless. He had nothing to fight back with. There is no... there's hardly any army, hardly any navy, and we've got a tiny air force.
And the Royal Navy is in command of this operation in the Baltic and the Atlantic, and will be doing it from a German battleship, Trevor.
How humiliating is that? The situation really was summed up by his stumbling response, which gave away the fact that he had nothing to say, nothing to offer, no weapons to offer, no ships. And it doesn't even know where they are. The ones that, the 17 frigates that he claimed we had at our disposal, where are they? He couldn't say.
Lastly, the Prime Minister is in Helsinki at this JEF, Joint Expeditionary Force Summit. Obviously, we're going to hear warm words about the alliance, about NATO, but in reality, as you referenced earlier, we've had a peace dividend. We're trying to get defence on the cheap, aren't we, Trevor?
Well, we have been for a very long time, but I think that the wake-up call has been made loud and clear over the last 4 years during the war in Ukraine, And I think that certain European members of NATO have responded by stepping up their spending on defence. That isn't happening in Britain. And we must remember that the Labour government now in office keeps saying that they've been picking up the problems and disasters of the previous 14 Tory years. But they've been in government for 2 years now. They cannot keep using that excuse.
I'd like to pose a question. Is the minister with you?
No.
Okay,
He's gone.
okay,
He's gone.
Yeah. An edict has been sent out from main building, either headquarters of the armed forces, to all army commanders that training now must be done, for brackets, free. Therefore, we currently have soldiers running around Salisbury Plain shouting bang, bang, because they've got no blank firing ammunition.
Is this? Have you heard this from someone that you served
Well,
with?
you know,
I know your background. I know your background.
Yeah, my contacts are at Army Board.
I know who you're. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, my
blimey.
contacts are at Army Board level.
I know one of them. Right. So,
Yeah.
So that's what it's come to, Hugh.
It's come to our soldiers shouting bang, bang.
This
You
is
know,
a
because they've
fucking
got no
joke,
blank
by the
firing
way.
ammunition.
Soldiers
And
shouting
this
bang
is
bang
not new.
without any
This is not
blanks.
new,
Like
Nick, because
the
in
UK
the first
is
Gulf War, which I was involved with,
cooked, bro.
we were having to use
Cooked.
L2 grenades that were produced, wait for it, in 1952.
Good God, that would
And half of them didn't even go off. So then you're putting,
That's 1992. The first Gulf War was remembered.
but 1990.
1990 was it? I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
and we were using ammunition from
From the
1952, and nothing has changed.
Lastly, with what we see in Ukraine, with what we see in Iran, if we had to defend king and country, are we able to do it, do you think?
No.
I'm afraid the reviews from Mr. Healy are not very strong. Patricia says, are we really relying on the Secretary of State to defend us? He couldn't get his words out quick enough to shout fire to knock an incoming missile out of the sky. This comes from Alan, the Secretary of Defence. Secretary of State for Defence has just showed how defenceless this country is. I'm speechless. And this from S. Solomon. I'm sick and tired of Labour every time they're interviewed, blaming the Tories for everything. I'm a Tory supporter. Yes, they made some bad decisions, but I've seen and read articles from military experts that say our defence budgets were cut over the last 40 years by both parties. That's the so-called peace dividend. I think it's Mr. Solomon. I just have S. Solomon, or I think it's Mr. Solomon. And that's where it's coming back, as Trevor Cameron was pointing out. Steve's in Islington. Steve, your reaction to what you heard. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Nick. That was pathetic. I felt embarrassed for that guy. He don't even know how many ships we've got.
No.
This government is an absolute laughing stock. Absolutely. God help us if we have to go to war, Nick. That's all I've got to say. God help us, mate, when we're using grenades.
Let me ask you this final, then I will let you go. The fact that the United Kingdom takes control of this joint expedition and this operation in the Atlantic and the Baltic from a German ship, how does that strike you?
It strikes me as absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely beyond belief. Beyond belief.
It is. I've got the name of it now. The German. It is the German frigate Sachsen, if that's how you say it, which will take over from HMS Dragon, because as we know, Dragon is down at Cyprus, and we haven't got an. I mean, this is incredible. I would imagine. Thanks, Steve. I would imagine they have known. What do you think? For years? Certainly for months. Certainly when the government came in. By the way, just so you know, April 2026, we are in command of joint operations with some of our NATO colleagues in the Atlantic and the Baltic. Oh, great. OK, well, we must have a battleship to do that. No, let's send our only battleship to Cyprus and borrow a ship from Germany. Richard's in Ealing. Richard, you're on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning, Nick.
Your point, sir.
My point, well, I served 17 years in the Navy. This is
Right.
all sort of very familiar. I was in patrolling the Miller Patrol in the Straits of Hormuz in the late 80s during the Iran-Iraq war. So it's been done before. It's not something new they've got to invent. And the problem with the Secretary of Defence is that he says we have 17 frigates and destroyers, but how many of those are operational? We know that 4 of Type 45 destroyers, Dragon type, are waiting for this propulsion improvement project because they can't operate in warm waters. You couldn't make this up.
When you're, as you served, what is the reaction for the men and women you serve alongside when you hear these politicians and you see the decisions and some of the operational matters that they take on?
deeply embarrassing. I feel wholeheartedly for the crew of the Dragon. They will be working tirelessly because it's what you do. It's your job to try and get that. And my fear, and I hope that they haven't, is that they put them in harm's way because some of those systems aren't working correctly.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your call. Now, a lot of people are picking up on the fact that he might have got his numbers wrong. Paul says we only have 13 frigates and destroyers. He said 17. That's actually what our research said. And this comes in from Lee. We have 6 Type 45 destroyers and 7 Type 23 frigates. Very few are seaworthy. We are a laughing stock. It might be that he didn't even get the number right. Let's triple check that if we can. Thanks. Pat in Redbridge. Pat, are you ready? Do you think the country is ready to defend itself? King and country. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, Nick. I never speak to you before, but I've listened to you over the years.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, this country is not available to do. Is not capable of defending itself. I mean, the question, you did a very good interview with him, but I would have liked if you had said to him, how many kills has this government laid in the last 2 years? How many plans have they got to preparing to actually build some ships? None.
And the point being, of course, the world is getting a very risky and dangerous place. If you look at Ukraine, if you look at Iran, I would argue that we probably need to be almost in the 1930s at the level of defence, and we're not. We cannot even muster a battleship so that we can command a NATO exercise.
We are the laughing stock of the world. We really are. You know, despite what all the people say officially, the Europeans, the French and the Germans, behind our backs they're sniggering at us.
80 service, yeah, all the 80s. So we had bad accommodation. It was that bad we never paid for it in the army, down in Chatham and Kent. But we had the best equipment post for Brighton bombing. So the money went into research and development. But we just cracked on with it. But what you need is a senior officer, the Chief of General Staff, standing up to the politicians demanding more money. General Dannett did that last. And he was forfeited his promotion to Chief of General Staff because of it.
Right.
If you get a senior officer on your side, like Montgomery during the Second World War, Allied, you won't go into the got them ready, so you're ready. You need research and development. But we just cracked on with it. But what you need is a senior officer, the Chief of General Staff, standing up to the politicians demanding more money. General, need that senior officer to approach the politicians. Otherwise, they're going to walk all over you. There's no representation.
Again, able to defend ourselves, king and country at the moment, Sean?
I'd like not to say something.
As I said at the top of the show, extraordinary times sometimes demand extraordinary measures. So the idea that we're sitting on a degree of oil and gas in the North Sea that we are not going to exploit or extract is at least puzzling. Now, we'll talk about the political debate that went on in Prime Minister's questions in just a moment, but as ever, when it comes to stories, normally best to deal with it chronologically. That is the easiest and most straightforward way to do this. So on Tuesday, it was very much part of a conversation I had with the Secretary of State for Business and Trade, Peter Kyle. He was in exclusively on LBC with Call the Cabinet, and I asked him why the government isn't changing its stance, not allowing further exploration licences in the North Sea.
What we have to do is look to where the long-term sustainable energy generation is going to come from.
500 million barrels of oil would be quite handy, according to Ithaca, from the Rosebank field. That would be fantastic. Why don't we look at that? Well, the reality is Ed Miliband, for whatever reason, seems to be running this the Cabinet and not the Prime Minister, isn't it?
No, that is not true. The Prime Minister runs the Cabinet. Ed Miliband is responsible for energy policy. But look, we have enormous amounts of resource.
Because you won't say.
We have enormous amounts of resource when it comes to renewables, but also the potential for nuclear. Now, the previous generations did not invest in nuclear. We are investing in nuclear, both large-scale production, but also small modular reactors, for which will become, and this is a good example of it, because if we can get first to market with Rolls-Royce, which we have been backing and I have been backing as a government, this is an export opportunity. I've been to Sweden to try and sell small modular reactors and do contracts with them. We know that also Poland, Czech Republic and other countries might well be buying these modular reactors. So as we look to the future, we can have energy solutions to the challenges that we have, but also opportunities because we're investing in this technology. We are having opportunities for businesses, industry, exports right into the future.
I won't go into political dogma with the Conservatives and with Nigel Farage or whatever, but you've got the head of Centrica, you've got the head of Octopus, you've got the former Prime Minister Sir Tony Blair, you've got the head of Renewables UK. Renewables UK, the wind industry lobby, saying there should be a rethink on North Sea oil. They're all wrong, and you and Ed Miliband are right.
Well, as I said, Ed Miliband is responsible for energy policy, and I'm sure he comes onto your show to talk in the details of the decisions that he makes over our energy
he's not
mix.
Running the cabinet,
but I have to say, into the very long term, I think most people understand that we have, in order to protect ourselves from the waves of volatility we see around the world, that we need to make sure we exploit the domestic resources we have. If we were we had more supplies from renewables and we had a much higher base rate from nuclear, we would be protected from the volatility we see around the world, not exposed to it.
So that was Breakfast Time Tuesday. A little over 24 hours later, the name of Ed Miliband actually popped from the lips of Sir Keir Starmer as he was challenged by the leader of the Conservative, Kemi Boydennock, to get drilling in the North Sea.
The Jackdaw gas field could be up and running before winter. All that gas would be used here in the UK to heat 1.6 million homes. That is enough to power Norfolk, Suffolk and Essex put together. So will the Prime Minister approve the licences, or is the Energy Secretary running the government?
Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, legislation has been passed. It's absolutely clear that the quasi-judicial duty under legislation rests with the Secretary of State. I really think if she's going to put this challenge to me, she needs to read the legislation. That is the legislation that they applied for 14 years. It's exactly the legislation that they used to put the licences in place, which were then struck down because the process was defective. But, Mr. Speaker, let's be clear, when Russia invaded Ukraine, energy prices doubled. The 12-day war, oil prices hit £100 a barrel. In the last 4 weeks, because we're on the fossil fuel roller coaster, everybody has been held to ransom. The only way forward is to go further and faster on renewables. And the leader... Mr. Speaker, the leader of the opposition's approach is to outsource our foreign policy and let the US decide whether we go to war, to outsource our energy policy to Russia and Iran and let them set the price of energy. I will never do that because it's not in the British national interest.
Right, Keir Starmer,
Only this
W.
plodding PM would reach for the law book rather than try and balance the books with what we've got under the North Sea. And he can't do it because Ed Miliband is actually in charge. Well, the last time I looked, Ed Miliband reported to him. And as for the laws,
Fuck Nick
who
Ferrari,
makes the
by the
bloody
way.
laws? It's them. Just change the laws. To Enrique Cornejo, who's Energy Policy Director at Offshore Energies UK. Good morning to you, sir. Can you give us an idea just how much resources there might be to be exploited or extracted? Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Nick. Pleasure to be with you. I think we need to be very clear here about.
Yeah, it's good to be with you. I think one thing we've learned is that nothing is predictable when it comes to the Trump White House. And we just heard the press secretary, Carolyn Levitt, speak just about an hour ago. And she also said, don't take everything in this 15-point proposal seriously. And that means that there might be other points and lines that we don't know much about. But what you said earlier in your introduction can very well be the truth. And that is that in ways President Trump is perhaps buying time, and in tandem, the Iranian government, in more ways than one, is taking the upper hand. And I think that is indeed true. They think that they hold the cards because they're choking the Strait of Hormuz. They've thrown everything in the region in shambles. The global markets are affected. And the last thing I would say to that point is Iran's most powerful arsenal is not its missiles or drones, but it is the disruption that it's causing. And the more they can drag that, they feel the more concessions that they can get from the United States. And I think we're at that point.
I mean, what concessions could the United States give which would satisfy Tehran?
I think first and foremost, we need to remember that the Islamic regime has been consolidated, which is it's a dangerous thing. So right now we have the most hardline factions of this government in charge. We also have to remember, it's important for our viewers and listeners to remember that it's not just one person, Ian, in Iran who's calling the shot. It is a system that has been planning for this day. They are prepared, they're ready, and they're working together. The IRGC is made up of different factions, so it's an apparatus that has been set up as such to move forward. However, it's still an existential crisis for them. So the most important thing as it stands is for their survival. So they're fighting for that. But at the same time, they want to make sure that, number one, as they said, by the way, so today, in response to this 15 point proposal by the president, they responded back and said, we want to make sure that this is an end to all aggression and assassination. So no more assassination. We want to make sure that this is not a ceasefire, Ian, but rather a war that has come to an end, meaning we want to make sure that we're going to survive and we're not going to come under attack again. Also, the reparation. So that's something that, by the way, this is nothing new since the start of the war. They've been talking about payment and reparation. Also, the support for their proxies. As we know, right now, Israel is fighting Hezbollah in Lebanon that quite frankly, is having a catastrophic humanitarian impact on the people in Lebanon. So also the proxies of Iran, Iraq, Houthis, which, by the way, we haven't really seen much of in the past month or so. So they want to preserve their proxies. And last but not least, the sovereignty of Strait of Hormuz. So these are the demands that, according to the Iranian state news, were presented today. But again, to pin that statement, thought, for them, the most important thing is their survival, and they would make sure that that takes place all the while the sanctions are lifted. That's probably what they want as well.
And what about Donald Trump's position? Because there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. And we know that Trump guards his reputation very closely, and he won't want to be seen to be humiliated. But I think he is on the verge of that now. Now, do you think that means he will double down in the military action or seek a way out of this?
I think, Ian, both sides, both the United States and the Iranian government, have a way of packaging this and making it a win for their audience. So the day will come that this war will end, and the president and his administration would wrap it with a bow the way the audience for them would buy it, and then the same for the Iranian regime. What is just startling right now is that in the 15-point proposal, there was no mention of regime change. There was no mention of helping the Iranian people and a transition to
Trump
democracy
fucking
or
sucks.
any form of such message that, quite frankly, Ian, was one of the catalysts in all of this. Remember maybe a bit more than a month ago when we saw thousands of people in Iran across the country taking to the streets, and President Trump said, "Help is on the way. We are coming to help you and support you and allow you to take the helm of your government." Right now, we're at a moment where, in more ways than one, we're seeing a Venezuela strategy. Right, that we might end up, the United States might end up working with whoever is left in the Iranian regime that is now younger, more emboldened, more radical and hardline, and that initial promise and the help that was promised to these millions of people who are caught in the middle of all of this is forgotten. So I think that's something we need to remember. And I will say it again: both sides will package it and wrap it the way they want and claim a win. And what's left would be, again, a lose for the Iranian people, and quite frankly, people in the region who are all affected by this.
Tara, great to talk to you. Thank you very much. That's Tara Kangalu, who is an international affairs journalist and author of the book The Heartbeat of Iran. Well, Ben Talablu is Senior Director of the Iran Programme at the Washington-based think tank, the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Thank you very much for joining us. What's your verdict on the events of today? Are they a bit of a humiliation for Donald Trump, or was he ever serious in this peace proposal?
It's a pleasure to be with you. I think, if anything, it's a humiliation for the Islamic Republic, which is to not be able to take the face-saving line of retreat that was offered to it. With these sorts of moves, the Islamic Republic is proving that command and control is nowhere as well linked and sophisticated as some have said, that this is not a systems-based approach. This is a zombie regime that has been decapitated, where the left hand doesn't really know what the right hand is doing. And ultimately here, they are forcing the president to actually to continue the war, whereas the president has been looking for multiple political, economic, and even military off-ramps. So as much as one may be able to lodge qualms or criticisms of the 15 points, the fact that the Islamic Republic did not even settle for that, to me, that just sounds like pure hubris. And they actually might get the actual thing that they seek to avoid, which is more U.S. military intervention.
Okay, got sidetracked a bit. Now we're back. Let's finish off strong. Let's finish off strong. Oh, let's change out of just chatting actually. One of these, one of them. I've only just come back, I'm not going anywhere yet. I assume you're a robot. I assume you're a robot. Where's the gaming section gone? Where's the gaming gone? There we go, gaming. We're so back. There we go. We're so back. There we go. Now we're in the right. Is it a warning? That's a dog round. Turn to ashes. Rolling down like snow. If we have any non-bots in the chat, make yourself known. Any non-robots in the chat, make yourself known. Is it just the clankers today? Just the clankers. Clanker us, mate. Into a shed. Into ashes. My zombie shield, oh no. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat? Also, if you don't want to type and just want to lurk in the chat, feel free. Feel free. I hope I'm not streaming to myself. I probably am. But it's gonna happen. This house is not my home. It's a pretty easy map, this map. It's just a pretty fun one. Any lurkers? Any lurkers? Hammerfy, I'm almost certain you're a bot, so you don't count. That was a little panic on my front. That was a little bit of panic. Don't know why I panicked so much. Huh? Huh? Did I swap out my ray gun? That was the wrong move. That was not what I intended to do. Oops-a-daisy. Oops-a-daisy. That was not what I intended to do. That's a wee bit annoying, I can't lie. A wee bit annoying, but could be worse. It's still spawning? What's happening? Hamify, if you're not a robot, say something. I don't think I even jumped over him. I think I literally just jumped to the side of him. Come on. No. We're stuck. Oh my god, as if, box, come on. Ugh. We got stuck in this corner, like what? Oh shit, that's gone. This is also another unbridled bot. Come on. Oh, turned for the win. Turned for the win. Turned for the win. Turned for the goddamn win. That's why we got turned, guys. That's why we got turned right there. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, definitely want to get a zombie shield and want to get the ray gun back as well. That's getting a rewind. That's getting a rewind. Oh, my wrist. My wrist. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get in the shower soon, guys. I think I'm gonna get in the shower soon, so I'll have to end stream soon. Give me my ray gun back, for God's sake. Monkeys, sure, whatever. Give me the ray gun. That's not the ray gun. There we go. Bingo. There we go. Any non-robots in the chat, guys? Any non-robots in the chat? What the fuck happened there? What the fuck? How the fuck did I go down there? What happened there? Let's take zombie shield first, see. What the hell? I just got like 5 shot. Just literally got like 5 shot. Fuck you all, bitches. boy. Oh, yeah, it might have to be left there for now. And come back to stream later on. I've got stuff to do. Well,